Hello everyone, I am PyroFalkon and this is Killer Frequency. We have encountered Clive the janitor's secret room in the belly of the studio, where we have a lot of information but not a lot of details. And now it's time to try to get back out of here, and I just have a feeling we're going to get jump scared out as we get out. Oh god. No. Oh god. Okay. Okay, we're fine. We're fine. I guess. I didn't bring anything with me.
I wonder how the show's going.
Oh, I hate all of this. Okay, office supplies.
God, please let this be the last locked door.
Wait, so I need to look for the key? Oh yeah, I hate this. And I can't see shit because of the ultra black monitor that I use. So, I mean, they want me to go back to the office, don't they? Back to the janitor's room. So, I wondered if I was supposed to take any sort of, Jesus Christ, I'm so nervous. Okay. That's fine. I mean, I guess it makes sense if they wanted me to go back in the... Like, that'd be one way to force me back in if I had to look for a key in here somewhere. Because I don't see any keys. I don't think I saw any keys in here either. But maybe there was one and I just overlooked it. Yep, there it is.
Ah, there's the
with the arm pointing right at it.
Get back to the studio now.
Ha 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 ha. Okay, so that was no sequence break. I was gonna have to do that anyway. So, yeah, there's a part of me that thinks Peggy's going to be murdered by the time we get up there, and I'm freaking the hell out in my brain. I don't like any of this. I'm spooked. But,
Yes!
Okay, there's the exit, which we've Dude, why didn't you lock any of these doors behind you? Is my question. Peggy better not be dead by the time we come back. I will be upset. Okay, there's no blood dripping under the door. That's probably a good sign.
Isn't that such a good song, folks?
Oh, God.
And now for... Jesus, Forrest, you've been gone for ages. I thought something had happened.
Yeah, something happened.
Something did happen. Clive the janitor might be Clive the murderer.
What?
Start from the beginning. The fire door locked.
Oh, okay. So we're saying the whole thing. 2:40. Supposedly we'll be rescued at 4. I kind of have a feeling it's going to take until 6.
Why did you heave that thing all the way up here?
Because the basement's
What?
creepy as hell, and I don't like standing around down there.
What did I heave?
Fair. All right, let's run through this again. We have a creepy board.
Oh,
we found in a
okay.
creepy basement
The whole thing came with
made
us.
by our creepy janitor, who you think is the creepy whistling man.
Yep.
And on the creepy board are the names Chuck Brody, Kim Walker, Rebecca Allen, and Aunt Williams.
Correct.
And you think one of these people will be the whistling man's, Clive's, next target.
That's right. And we've got to find him.
You said there are 4 locations listed there too.
Oh, yeah.
The hospital, the power station, the gas station.
Ooh, this might in fact be a...
Clive must think the target is at one of those locations. Forrest, you're gonna have to figure out if any of the potential targets
Yes!
are
Logic
at one of
puzzles!
these
I love
locations
logic
tonight.
puzzles.
Hit the button if you need any help.
Nope, we're good. I didn't realize that this was going to be part of the thing, or I would have figured this shit out already with the clues we had. Okay, so... Alright, so Kim Walker or Rebecca Allen is the car thief. So we're going to say that Chuck Brody is probably at the gas station because he owned the gas station. So we have the trailer park, the power station, and the hospital. So we just have to figure out who's where in those. So Kim – Kim, – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – Let's see. Okay. The deceased have been identified as Mr. Stein, Mrs. Stein, K. Stein. This was 1977. The marriage announcement was 1970, so she's probably dead. Or she's in... I mean, what... Right? Mrs. K. Stein has to be Kim Stein. She took Peter Stein's name. So she's going to be dead. I don't even know where she would be unless she's in the hospital. So the other two are Aunt Williams and Rebecca Allen. I don't think I saw either one of those. Oh, wait. Local doctor Kay Walker recommends locals get their flu shot. Flu season upon us. 84 is no different. Make sure you are protected. Okay, never mind. I didn't see that the first time. So Walker must be in the hospital. So whoever Kay Stein is, who died in this bus situation, is not Kim Stein. She did not take the name. I guess. So I haven't seen anything about Aunt Williams. Aunt Williams. I don't recall... Let's see, mystery guest. The lead engineer responsible for the Gallows Creek Harvest Festival disaster. So who was that? Strategy struck. Shit, where was that note? There was a note about who... Okay, Aunt Williams. Aunt Williams is the engineer. Lead engineer Aunt Williams and junior engineer Sean Everett. So that's not Sean. And so the mystery guest is going to be... I mean... The mystery guest must be at the power station, which means Rebecca would be the thief and is that, I guess? I mean, I don't see how else it could be anything else. There's a picture of her on the back on that picture. Sorry, let me reword that into an English sentence. On this newspaper clipping, there's a picture of the author in the bottom left corner. We know it's a woman, and she has extremely long dark hair, which would be Rebecca Allen, who would be the trailer park. Yeah, so all we had to do is match that up. Right. Okay. So this has to be it, right? Unless she never... But she left the trailer park. She left the trailer park in 1986. She somehow sold it. Because she became an author. Local legend takes to Manhattan. So that got sold. So she's not even there anymore. I would say Kim Walker isn't even... I'm sorry, Rebecca Allen isn't even here anymore. She's in Manhattan. So she shouldn't even be there. So I would say the most likely person to still be around is Chuck Brody? I guess? Right? Maybe? Who's the crime syndicate? The informant who asked to remain anonymous and will hereafter be referred to as R.A. has walked free with no charges. So R.A. would be Rebecca Allen. Really? Crime syndicate impounded. 1977. Okay. Yeah. The long-running car thing... Wow, I completely missed that. So they gave a lot of hints. Alright, and so Kim Walker is still alive, I guess. She somehow survived to 84, so she could not have been the one who died in the Jeep situation. Yeah. But if Brody was injured, so it kind of depends on whether Clive is trying to kill everyone who caused it, which would mean Aunt Williams is next, or he's trying to kill everyone involved, which would mean Chuck Brody would be next. But why? I don't understand why Like, I don't understand why the killer would go after Chuck Brody if Brody just got lucky. You know what I mean? Like, Chuck Brody got his money because he got donations. So, alright, well, we'll ask... Oh, boy! That was about 10 minutes of me blathering. Alright, Peggy.
How's it going?
I think I've got it, but I guess I could use some help.
It's not going well.
Let's get some hints. See if I've goofed something.
Okay, let's review the basics. We need to work out who the next target is.
Right.
There's 4 locations, right?
Yes.
And 4 people.
Yes.
We need to figure out if anyone is at any of the 4 locations tonight. And if they are, we can call them and warn them. There must be some connections between the notes.
That makes sense.
Great. Need any more help?
So, sure. Go ahead.
Yes, please.
Sure. I think you should be methodical with this. Try grouping the notes by who they're about.
Right.
You could also have a look at the dates and make a timeline.
Oh, okay.
Maybe that will help rule out potential targets first.
Got it. Thanks, Peggy.
No problem.
So it's entirely possible that the game is trying to screw with me because they use, initials rather than full names here. So I'm wondering if this is a different K. Walker. Because okay. Because look, so Kim Walker and Peter Stein married in 1970. If she took his last name, all right, then she probably died during this. And then this is a whole different person. Local Dr. K. Walker. Because our Kim Walker is in the improv club. We know Rebecca Allen got out of town at this point. Chuck Brody is the one I know for sure is at the gas station. I think this is a different Kim Walker. I think she's dead. I don't think she's going to be a target. So instead, we know Rebecca got out of town. Kim Walker's probably dead. Aunt Williams, in 1987, Quiet Ridge Health and... Oh, so he's in Quiet Ridge, wherever that is. He turned... So Aunt Williams turned the disaster into a career, whatever that means. They say you learn from your mistakes. I turned mine into a career. So he learned from his mistakes, and now he's just leaving. Let's see. Christine's Gas and Repair has been sold to a man who won the lottery 14 years ago. That would be 1972. So did he win the lottery in 1972? Career-ending injury as the victim of the festival disaster late last year. That would be 1971, which is when the disaster would be. But the disaster was in 72. So that means Chuck Brody got lottery tickets in 73. Which means whoever bought the gas station, the local ex-lottery winner, 14 years ago, won the lottery in 72, and so that's not Brody. So Brody is not at the gas station. So I think it's Aunt Williams? He was certainly close by. I think that means Aunt Williams is the target. Because Brody did not buy the gas station if the timeline is correct. Kim Walker is dead if the timeline is correct. Rebecca Allen is not here. She's in Manhattan. And is never coming back. So I bet you it's Aunt Williams. '69 has been a great year so far. Staff surge at the power station. Okay, so there was a lot of people who were hired in 1969. So that's so far back in the past, it doesn't even matter. That's before Aunt Williams even graduated. That is when he graduated. Class of 69. So they had already graduated or did graduate. Students are from Gallows Creek High. Yeah, I bet you it's Aunt Williams. Okay, that's going to be my guess. That's going to be my final answer, Peggy.
How's it going?
I could use some more help, just in case.
Oh,
are you going to just repeat
could use some help.
the thing?
Okay.
All right, one moment. Let me time skip that. All right, we time skipped over that. Let's just tell Peggy we've got our answer. It's got to be Aunt Williams. It's got to be. I think.
How's it going?
I think I'm ready.
I'm ready, Peggy.
Are you sure? We've only got one shot at this.
Oh, God, I've been deliberating for 15 minutes. Let's do it.
Sure. Let's do this.
Okay. Name first. Who do you think the target is?
I think it's Aunt Williams.
Aunt Williams.
And where will I find them?
At the power station.
The power station.
Okay, I'm dialing. One moment.
Because I'm certain Walker is dead. And Alan... It's got... Please.
Forrest, I'm through to the power
Oh, no. I goofed it.
They say there isn't anyone by that
Oh,
name.
I goofed it.
What? Then who? Jeez!
It sounds like something blew up.
He's using bombs now?
Oh my god. The call board. One moment. Forrest, I'm getting so many calls. Just let me... I'm gonna take us off air for a moment.
Peggy, what's happening in there? Peggy.
Come on, talk to me.
I'm back. He blew up the gas station, Forrest.
Okay.
It was
I spoke to
probably...
the fire department and the hospital. The fire department is useless now, as you know. And
It was probably Chuck Brody
the
then, if
hospital's
they're right.
only ambulance was at the gas station.
Oh, God.
Forrest, you've got to say something on the radio.
How did I goof
You have
that?
to tell the town.
I screwed something up in the
putting us back on
logic.
air.
Go ahead and tell me in the
Now.
comments below if you figured it out.
Gallows Creek. I don't know how to tell you this, but the gas station's been bombed.
Please, everyone, stay safe, stay inside, and... Oh, just bring us into some music, Forrest.
All right.
Here's some music while we regroup here.
Well,
on
let's play the song for
KFAN
Dawn. Maybe she'll give us some
189.16,
more
The
information.
Stream.
I wonder if she would have actually called us if I had played it as soon as I got here instead of trying to logic my way through this insanity that I done goofed hard.
There's got to be more in the basement to show us who
Oh,
Clive is
God,
targeting.
no,
And if
please.
that's the case, we can get ahead
I
of
don't
him.
want to go back down
Stop
there.
the killings before they can happen. Forrest, we need to go back
No.
By we, you mean me, right?
down. Yep. Like I said, I need to handle all these calls. Maybe start with that creepy mannequin room you mentioned.
I don't want to
before.
go back down
I
there.
still have a lot of questions about those, by the way.
Me too.
Okay, bye, I guess. Those mannequins better not be moving. And also, shit better not have changed down there. Hate the music. Hate the stairs. Hate all of this. Hate every single part of this. Whoop. See, I'm wondering if Clive keeps coming back or something. Yeah, see, we need to, like, lock that door or something. Alright, so what do you want from me here?
A key. Was this always here?
What?
I must have missed it when I brought everything upstairs.
What key? What are you talking about? Key? Oh. Basement storage. Oh, God. This person is pointing up. So yeah, so Clive is apparently constantly coming back to... So they've got a radio, which means Clive or whoever keeps coming back here. So this is a bad idea. This is such a bad idea. Such a bad one. You can tell that I'm freaking out internally. Hated that. What the... Oh, maybe a smoke alarm? Oh, it's another broadcast room?
Hey, Forrest!
Peggy, give me some warning before yelling down the intercom.
Sorry. Buzz the intercom when you find something and want to discuss it.
I've got a tape.
Peggy, I've found a tape and a map down here.
A map of what?
Looks like it might be to somewhere in this storage area.
What?
Weird. Well, maybe the tape will give us more information. Give it a play.
Okay. I don't see a tape player down here. There's more to do before I can go in there. Okay. Is there a... Am I gonna have to take this all the way back up? Like, I don't see a tape player. Am I going crazy? Oh, that is the tape player. Oh my god, that's so hard to see. Okay. There we go. Boop.
George Barrows, 1968.
God, I can't even see the damn thing. I had to crouch.
Follow the maps. Find the tapes. I'll be waiting.
Wait. George Barrows? We all heard that he drowned after a night out drinking. Was it actually Clive? Has Clive really been the whistling man for that long?
He says I need to follow the maps and find the tapes. I guess that's what this map is about.
I think we need to see what else is hidden down here. Be careful, Forrest. Keep looking. Buzz the intercom when you found something.
So there's a tape under the... one of the shelving units. A shelving unit with 2 boxes on the left, and then there's something on the right, but I can't quite tell what that is because of the ultra black. I mean, I guess I can look for the boxes. Oh, I hate this. I hate this so much.
Time of autopsy is 7 a.m. Cause of death is asphyxiation from drowning. The degree of rigor mortis indicates that the subject has been deceased for 5 hours. That puts the time of death...
Okay. Next one is a radio. There's some papers. Oh my god, the ultra black is really biting me in the ass right now. It looks like there's a small table of some kind with some papers nearby. Is that here? I guess. Nothing I can open. But yeah, so I'm wondering, or really not even wondering, like, clearly, delivery note. Oh, hold on, we got some stuff here. We have a delivery note with installation instructions. Supervisor is C. Adkins. Clive, maybe? I forget his last name. So, Woodside Apartments at 42 Carpenter Avenue. Unable to install, requires new parts. New installation date will be September 17th of this year. So there's no security system there, and there's no security system in KFAM radio station. Client opted for manual installation. Okay, so there's no security system here. Anyway, clearly there's something else going on somewhere. Oh, I can install... Our state-of-the-art security system uses a 6-digit code system. Simply enter the code into the keypad and feel total peace of mind. The Starling Security System 4000 comes with a range of features. The default codes for these are below. Please change these codes immediately to prevent unwanted entry. When entering codes and commands, sequential key depressions must be made within 4 to 5 seconds of one another. If 4 to 5 seconds elapse without a key depression, the entry will be aborted and must be repeated from its beginning. Be sure to observe this precaution when performing any of the procedures in this manual. If you make a mistake while entering a security code, stop, press star, then start over. If you stop in the middle while entering a code, then immediately start the entry over. An erroneous code might be entered. Okay. Alarm test, alarm set test deactivation, entry code. Okay. So, I mean, I might need that eventually. Perhaps right now it's fine. Like, clearly I see where the game's going with this. Okay, so we're looking for another set of radios. Oh, here? I guess?
Small lacerations to arms, legs, and face, typically obtained by running through foliage. Severe blistering to the feet.
This looks useful.
As though the deceased had been
One thing at a
running
time.
without stopping.
So, the person who drowned was running through the foliage without stopping and things happened? At 4 a.m., a call was received from a jogger, a Miss Sandra Sharp, reporting a body had been found washed up in the reservoir. I drove out to investigate and was able to identify the body at the scene as that of George Barrows. I contacted the coroner's office and then the boy's parents. They informed me that they had not seen him since 7 p.m. on the 2nd. Case number, okay. Time and date reported was, 0400 in 1968. Okay. There's enough going on that I don't fully know. I'm having trouble keeping track of all the information in my head. Alright, so play the tape on... It's a storage unit, storage shelving in a corner. Okay. So... It sounds like Clive or whoever this is might be innocent and this is all bullshit for some reason. Or Clive did something, got away with it, and feels bad about it? I don't know. Because there are definitely enough questions here that I'm not fully sure what's going on. Is that this... What the hell is this thing? Is that the intercom? I don't know what it is. I can't interact with it, though. Newspaper, that's nothing. Oh, here we go. So this is... I just sequence broke a little bit. This is not the next one. The nice thing with this is it seems I have all the time in the world to do this. Like, it doesn't seem like I'm getting penalized for taking an extra amount of time. Which is good, because I'm nervous as shit, and I'm not thinking clearly right now. I can't find this particular one. So...
Additionally, there appears to be a post-mortem injury to the arm. It looks like it was trapped in a car door.
Okay. What's this? Broom? Alright. I guess I'll take this note with me anyway, just in case. Sequence break might have been too generous of a explanation for what's going on here, but...
It is the coroner's opinion that the subject likely feared for his life and was chased, resulting in a fall from a height into a body of water, where he hit his head, was knocked out, and drowned. Following that, he was moved.
So George, who...
So, we need to have a talk. That recording. Shut it off.
Alright.
If you're listening to this, then I'm probably dead.
Really?
What the...
I'm a man who likes to stay informed. I've got subscriptions to newspapers all over the country. A few weeks ago, I noticed headlines cropping up in those papers, one after the other. Each headline about a murder. Each murder, the death of someone I knew almost 20 years ago. And each one drawing closer to Gallows Creek. Drawing closer to the anniversary. None of us are innocent, but I don't think we deserve killing. All I hope now is that I can save some folk from the worst. That I can, I don't know, do something to make up for what I did back then, I guess. I didn't kill anyone, mind you, but that's past mattering. Now, there's more I could say, that I should say, but my employer made it clear that my family would pay a high price if I ever spoke out. So, hopefully I've said enough for you, listener, whoever the hell you are, to start putting the truth together.
I'm not good with this kind of thing, putting the truth
What the
together.
hell? Peggy is not going to believe this.
But one thing that I have noticed is this book, Humpty Dumpty. A story of tragedy and betrayal, but Maisie Cartwright is Dawn. George Barrows is Henry. It's not a book, it's a pamphlet. Okay, I get it. So, well, we know, so Dawn, whoever Dawn is, the caller, is probably Maisie Cartwright. George Barrows was Henry and died back then. And also with Marie Campbell as Anne, whoever that is. So I didn't get to find everything, I don't think. I still think I missed one of the tapes, but I can kind of look for it as I head back. The nice thing is, again, one thing I like about this game is the lighting. The thing I was looking for is probably lit up somehow. So it doesn't sound like Clive himself is the killer, but maybe he, during the hazing ritual, he chased someone, George Barrows, to his death? Maybe? Not fully sure. It has sounded to me like George Barrows, or not George Barrows, it sounded to me like, whoa, that's some weird lighting that's going on with my game. Alright, hold on, let's contact Peggy. But anyway, it sounded like Clive was the one who talked to the doctor when she was recording, I guess?
What have you found, Forrest?
Let's see.
It's an autopsy tape. Doesn't say for who, but I think it must be.
Yeah,
for
it
George.
has to be.
Poor George. He was so young.
Something's bugging me, Peggy.
What do you mean?
I swear I recognize the voice of the woman talking on the tape. I just
Dawn?
can't place it.
Seriously? Do you think you've met her before?
I don't know. I mean, I just got here recently. I don't know. Found another tape. It talks more about how George died.
What did it say?
It sounds like he was running for his life. Sprinting through trees and bushes, getting cut up all over.
Yeah.
What would drive someone to do that?
The hazing ritual,
not sure
maybe,
yet.
depending on how far back they
I
go.
found a tape that introduces a new detail to the story. Post-mortem injury. Apparently, his arm got caught in a car door.
A car door?
Yeah, after he died. How
I
do you
didn't
suppose
catch
they can
that
tell?
that was
How
post-mortem.
can they tell? I'm a radio producer, not a coroner.
The written report I found doesn't mention it at all.
How did his arm get trapped in a car door after he died?
Unless he got it when the police collected his body? I guess someone else must have moved him after he was dead to where he was eventually found.
But the report, what is going on here?
I found a police report. Mentions a friend from earlier, Sandra Sharp.
Sandra. The jazz runner?
That's right. She found George's body washed up at the reservoir.
The reservoir?
Yeah? What's strange about that?
George got cuts from running through foliage, right? But there's no forest around there. Also, how did it wash up at the reservoir?
What do you mean?
Reservoirs don't have tides.
But that's what the police
So the
report
body
said.
was just dumped
Not
there.
possible, though. I did a school project on reservoirs and got an A.
Good for you, Peggy.
But, yeah, not important right
Yeah, yeah.
now. The important thing is that it doesn't make sense.
What are you suggesting then? That the body was originally found somewhere other than what the reports suggest. That the sheriff tried to cover it up, but accidentally let something slip?
Something like that. I think.
Well, Sheriff Matthews wrote the report. If he hadn't been eviscerated, we could have asked him.
True. But Sandra is still alive? Once we're done down here, we should give her a call.
Okay.
In another tape, the coroner comes to the same conclusion as I did. George was running from something.
Maybe an animal?
Maybe, but then there's this next bit, where the coroner thinks he was moved post-death.
Which explains the arm
So
injury.
she agrees with us.
At the end of the tape, someone burst in and demanded the doctor, Dr. Sullivan, to stop recording.
Dr. Sullivan. Wait, Virginia Sullivan? She was her caller from earlier.
Well, then our caller was involved in a conspiracy around this boy's death.
So
We
everything...
need to call her back once we finish down here. It looks like she might know something about what's going on. I think I found Clive's last
Everything is
recording.
revolving around this George
Clive
guy
might
who
be gone.
drowned.
Gone?
Everything.
I found a confession. Not for any killings, but for playing a part in covering up George's death.
That's why I think Clive was
He
the one
left
who
this
talked to
behind
her.
In case he died. He hoped someone would find it.
Do you think the whistling man already got him?
Possibly. We've had a lot of callers tonight, but maybe not every victim made it to the phone, you know? We don't know how many there really are.
Christ, Forrest, that's dark.
I know, but Clive said he had read about other murders in other towns, and that the murders were all folks who knew about the incident. And the killings were getting closer to Gallows Creek. He said he wanted to do something good for once.
The board in his office. He wasn't tracking people down to kill them. He was
He's
tracking
tracking
them
them
down
down
to
to save
save
them.
them. Why didn't he just come out with all of this?
He said his employer threatened his family if he spoke out about anything.
Reggie.
His employer? The one who orchestrated the cover-up? Oh, Clive. I'm sorry for
I
thinking you
guess.
killed all those
I mean, who else is his employer other than Reggie?
Think you found everything, Forrest?
I think there's got to be more down here.
Yeah, I missed
I
one.
need to find all the tapes.
You think so? How much did Clive hide down there? Well, if there are more tapes, then there must be more maps to follow, right?
That seems to be the case.
All right then. Buzz the intercom when you find something and want to discuss it.
Well, I mean, that's nice and all, but I'm lost and don't know where the last one is. Son of a bitch. And the ultra black monitor is not helping anything. Okay, wait, was that it? Oh man, I should have brought that one specific map with me. Because... yeah. I should have brought that one specific map with me, I guess. Because that would have helped me out. But back into the scary storage room that I go. Can I activate one I've already activated? Yes, I can. That's not great, because that means that I'm not going to be 100% sure where anything is. At least I remember where I left the picture. So we got that one. That was the former map. Okay. I may have to time skip around on this, because I'm not fully sure where I'm going here. Wait. Got it.
Preliminary toxicology results shows no signs of inebriation. However, a high amount of cortisol was found, indicating elevated levels of stress in the immediate moments before death.
Okay. God, my cortisol must be friggin' spiking right now. Okay. Oh, nope, that's the way to the secret part. So, assuming that's the last tape, which I don't know how safe of an assumption that is, let's call Peggy.
What have you found, Forrest?
There's also a tape about a toxicology report. There were no signs of drinking or that he was on anything.
Hopefully this is the last one and we can go back to the
Everyone said
studio
he
now.
went swimming drunk and drowned. It was in the newspaper and everything. Do you think you found everything?
Yep.
I think so.
Good
Forrest,
deal.
what's going on here?
Someone wanted that boy's death to seem like an accident. And they hired Clive to make it look that way.
Yep.
Come back upstairs when you're ready. We need to figure out our next step.
Okay. Uncovered Clive's research, so I wonder if that's story-based or if I
Thank
managed
God
to
you're back, Forrest.
do something? Well,
I'm
whatever.
running out of stuff to pad our airtime with.
Peggy, you work in radio.
Forrest, I'm stressed.
Yeah, me too.
Really?
I'm freaking the fuck
How
out
are
here,
we
lady.
supposed to keep a show going with all this happening?
That's our job.
This is our job, Peggy. We gotta do it.
I think my
You're right.
pulse is finally
So,
coming down a
What's
little
the
bit.
plan now?
I think we should call Virginia back.
So I'm going to take this opportunity to stop, because that was a huge amount of info dumping before we can even get to the next part of the story. I didn't realize I was working on that for 41 minutes. This is why I have my timer up there, although maybe I didn't cut out. Whatever. I'm freaking out. Okay, we're out of the scary zone. So let's
All right,
save.
I'll get
No,
on-
stop. We'll do that in the next episode. Thank you all very much for watching. I'll see you again for the next episode, and hopefully we can bring some justice to George? Is that his name? I think his name is George. We'll bring some justice to George.